Is up, everybody? Thank you for joining us today for episode number 26 with some special guests, including Tony Urbanek. Tony has spent decades building more than just machines. His reputation for being a master with his hands is well known across the world. And to add to the growing list of accomplishments, Tony will be hosting the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational at the end of July. Alongside Tony, we also have Adam Uver, who I've had the pleasure of meeting at various conventions in the United States as well. So we get to hear from some pretty cool people today. If you guys are watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or the Reinventing website, just let us know in the comments that these streams are working. Either tag a friend who loves tattoos or would like to join in with us. You guys can check out some of the Reinventing weekly drawing groups and shows on the Reinventing Network as well. We have stuff going on almost every single day, as well as our new Roku channel that you guys can download. Just search for Reinventing the Tattoo. And all of our stuff is playing. We've got several channels, including a Drunk Critique channel against what Gabe says is his better judgment. We also want to say thank you to all of our sponsors for helping us push cool content out to you guys. World Tattoo Events, giving us the largest, most comprehensive resource for tattoo events in the world. We've also got Raw Pigments with their acrylic-free inks, and D-Lives Pro, helping artists and clients protect their art. Also, thank you to our affiliates, Fireside Tattoo, The Apprenticeship Diaries, and ecofriendlytattoosupplies.com. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and bring in Tony, Adam, maybe Antoine, and Gabe to kick off episode number 26.
Where you at, Antoine?
What's up, everybody?
How goes it?
He's coming. So usually we have Jake.
Hey, yo.
I think Jake is out today because he said some planes were stuck on the runway out in Memphis while he's traveling. And okay. I know that all of us can relate to that. I think we've seen a surplus in that lately.
He was getting tattooed by Andy Chambers.
Yeah, it looked dope. He actually had he had a good perspective when he put his camera. So he's showing us all the stuff that we actually want to see from a client perspective. But the koi, I believe, down his leg was bright and awesome. What's up, Antoine?
Antoine's traveling.
Hey. I am traveling. I'm traveling to the coffee section in Walmart so I can have a good morning.
Nice. Can you turn your phone sideways?
Yeah.
Also, while you're doing that, Tony and Adam, can you guys give us a little intro to yourselves?
Hi. Go ahead, Adam.
Adam.
I'm Adam Hoover,
Antoine.
Junk Machine Co. Buddies with Tony, build machines and make noise wherever I go.
Oh, I love this. I love it.
And Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony Urbanek. I am a tattoo artist / machine builder / guy who needs a haircut. And I'm one of the hosts at the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational. And I also do a podcast with Greg DiGiacinto on Reinventing the Tattoo called Machines, Magnetism, and Mayhem.
Dude, you got his name right.
Live from my spare bedroom.
All right, and Antoine.
Hey, I'm Antoine Davis. I'm a tattooer from Youngstown, Ohio. You catch me at conventions in Ugg slippers being comfy as hell because I know your feet hurt. I'm just really glad to be in this video with you guys right now. I got a lot of love for real, man, and appreciation that I get to sit at the table with y'all. So
right on. Thanks for coming. And also Gabe.
Hey, I'm Gabe Ripley from TattooNow and Paradise Tattoo Shows and Reinventing the Tattoo, the tech guy there. Very excited to be hitting this show, the Rubber City. I actually have it fired up here. I could pull up the website.
Maybe after our intro, Gabe.
Oh, after the intro. That's right. We're just doing intros.
Yeah.
Okay. TattooNow.com.
Sweet. Awesome. And I'm Lauren, as I was kind of saying before. I'm from Reinventing the Tattoo. I do some of those, behind the scenes things alongside Gabe. So thanks for having me on board, you guys. And of course, I know a bunch of you through Raw Pigments. So we're going to go ahead and roll our introduction clip.
Oh, fancy.
Hold it.
And we're back. Most of us.
Most of us.
Hey, get it. Whoa,
What a
where'd
good you.
Yeah, I look great today, huh? I'll be right in.
you put butter in your coffee?
That's
put
butter. I just drink straight butter.
You're really
Looks
putting
like-
butter in
it
your
looks
coffee.
like butter.
No, it's not butter, dude.
Oh, no, no,
That's-
okay.
That's a mocha, homemade mocha.
Use the
I'm
whipping
jealous.
cure.
Like my 80s ceiling fan. I'll get around to it.
Why does it have one less blade than it should?
Efficiency.
You guys want to know about efficiency? This is the type of mug you need.
Oh, look at that.
That's power mug.
Oh yeah.
That
Wow.
gets it
You
done.
need some Fago.
That's nifty, actually.
Fago is what's up. But yeah, so this is a Tattoo Weekly. If you guys haven't, we've been doing this for 26 full episodes now, which is super surprising to me. Right, Gabe? It
Nice.
feels like it just kind of flew by.
Officially a half a year.
Yeah,
There
exactly.
we go.
You think that at some point we get the intro to have the actual date and time? Like,
Yeah. So also, Tony, I originally met you through the Machines, Magnetism, and Mayhem. So how is that feeling of hosting something that's been kind of going on for a while now? It feels like it's here to stay. You've had some great episodes, some great guests that I've even met. So yeah, how's it feel now?
Oh, it's like second nature now. When I first started, it was a little scary. Yeah, it was intimidating, right, to start, but now it feels great. Like I have a lot of fun. I've met a lot of really cool people. It's definitely given me a different perspective on myself and the community. And post COVID, everything's changed so much. Pre-COVID was like a different game for me. Now post COVID, it's like, I don't know. It seems like the community, the faces have changed. The community's more embraced. Everybody's more open. So it's changed a lot for me. But yeah.
how many episodes or roughly how many episodes? And who are some of the guests that you've had on for the people that are just finding out about the?
Oh, geez. Well, I've had Adam Hoover from Junk Machine Company, Greg DiGiacinto from Veritas, Mike.
He's on so much, you know how to pronounce his name now.
Almost, yeah. I can't
I agree.
spell it, but I could almost say it correct.
He
great.
sent us a text at one point and it was like D-I-D, like he spelled it out with the sounds perfectly, and I'll never forget it now.
Yeah. He's a trip. Oh, we should have invited him on too. He'd probably get a kick out of it. I know he's so busy though. Who
No
else?
one's here.
Mike Schweigert,
Yeah, I was gonna say you've had him on. He was cool.
Kevin Riley. Kevin's awesome.
Nobody's here, man.
How's Rich doing?
He's fine, but I'm kind of in the middle of something here. So
Is that a plate full of weed, Adam? No, I'm kidding.
no, just
Elton
random
too from Blood
people
Money.
stopping by. I'm down in Elginak at our at the sand pit, and there's just random people stopping by.
Yeah, Rich Helton from Blood Money. Actually, sup, Rich? Couture, baby.
Where's he at, anyways?
He took his daughter to the dentist.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he's in
Nice.
Canton, Ohio. He's a machine builder. He's fantastic. So Rich and Adam, we've been working as a trio to develop some interesting things for the convention. Machine wise and trophy wise and t-shirt wise. We've been coming up with some juicy stuff, along with one of the guys I work with at the shop, Rich Cosgrove. That dude's amazing with his ideas. We have a step and repeat, if you guys know what that is, coming up. That's gonna be something else. Fantastic. Hey,
What is a step and repeat?
now traveling with Antoine. Shopping and this should be the shopping and traveling with Antoine show.
Right?
Episode number 1.
Oh, he's gone now. Oh, bummer.
We should get him a shopping list for the show.
I have successfully got my Folgers, and now
the
I'm
best
warmly
part.
in the car.
No, all you need is a flower pot to drink out of, like Lauren.
I know. I need to get a travel mug. Hers, I don't think I'm worthy of to drink out anything else. Actually,
Next
that
level.
little technology she has might come in handy, because some mornings I'm so tired I just completely miss the handle and then forget what I was doing in the process. And don't
Well,
even
it
get to
warms your
drink my
hands
coffee.
as well. So
So yeah, Antoine's going to be at the convention as well. We just developed a new friendship. We met him.
Yes.
I met him at the Pittsburgh show.
I think
Which
all of
was a
us,
pleasure.
all of us on the show today, I think will be at your show.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, there's Gabe.
Trying to find.
Oh, that picture
Is
of my
Anton up here
daughter
yet?
is amazing.
Ah, here we go.
That's my daughter, by the way, with 30 years worth of convention passes around her neck. There he is. Look at that.
Nice.
That's
Hey.
like, that was like the most G shot of all the promos we did. That's my
I should
favorite.
stand up under all those.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah, I
sweet.
really like that piece.
That's great too. Fuck yeah.
Oh, he's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Right, you're
I
right
actually
up in-
saw Antoine and Jeremy Brown. That was the first time I met in Philadelphia doing a collaboration. So it was really cool to see two distinctly different styles. That was my first impression of you. Antoine was super cool. And that
I hope it was good. Yeah, we had a lot of fun doing that. We plan on doing a lot more. Actually, we have one coming up in Cleveland on Sunday. We're looking to complete this girl's whole outer leg, God willing, because it's going to be huge. But it should be a fun piece for us both, man. It's a lot more black and gray than color this time, which is
that piece.
kind of, but yeah, it's going to be fun.
that full
Look at that.
saturation like that is totally what it looks like in person for sure. That was cool.
Yeah, look at that. So that's what jumped out to me when I first
Yeah, super clean.
when I first saw one of the pieces in person in Pittsburgh at Greg Piper's show. Yeah, there it is. That one. I was just like, what the man, that is so solid and clean.
Thanks so much, man. Yeah, that was a really fun show. I got like you said, I got to meet you and
Yeah, that
got
one-
to spend time with Jesse and all the other guys from World Famous as well, man. So that was just like a really good experience, and we just got to have fun that show, you know.
Fuck.
We got to take home some hardware, which is also cool. It's also a pleasure.
Who are all your sponsors? Who you all sponsored by?
Right now, just Peak Needles and Wicked Fast Tattoo Aftercare.
What, Raw doesn't sponsor you? I can't imagine why they wouldn't.
Please,
I was
Tony.
like-
let me take this to management.
I'd love to have a conversation.
I
I'd love
back
to
this.
sit with them.
I back this.
What
Yeah,
the
you know what was it was
Or
pretty
best.
awesome though, because in Philadelphia you actually had the chance to use them. So that was cool.
Yeah.
That was in February,
So
late February.
I've been using your red because it's just I've never had anything go in as easy as your. I don't even understand it, so I don't try to understand it because then I just get in a pickle trying to think of shit that I had no business thinking about. But
Just
I've been using the red religiously, and then now the classroom color I tried at the convention amongst the greens and the swamp and everything else, but it really impressed me because yellows like that usually don't go in as easy as it did. You know what I mean? It's like a white yellow. You know what I'm saying? Like a really pale one, and it kind of just blew my mind, man. So I really enjoyed using the colors, especially for my palettes are mostly muted. So amongst like a lot of your colors, like I don't have to mute them down already. You already have the colors there that I need. You know what I mean? And that's something that I really look for in a tattoo ink, because mixing just takes a lot of time out of me trying to, you know, complete and make the tattoo as best as I can.
You gotta try their yellow ochre, man. I got a bottle from her.
I got the toffee, and I really enjoy using that with my bright yellows for my undertones of it.
Yeah.
The toffee is one of my favorites as well. And then the Raven Black's out of this world.
Yeah, that's some dark.
That's a cool
stuff.
design right there too.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
2 birds with 1 stone. A guy walked in, he was like, I want 2 birds with 1 stone. And I'm like, well, okay. Listen, I looked for references, and I'm like, all right, well, we just gotta make this tattoo then. And that was the only feasible way I've seen getting the point across, as well as making a cool piece of artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, though that's awesome.
That's sick.
It is sick. I like those are my 2 favorite colors right there. I don't know if you guys remember
I
a
really had
bicycle
fun with that
company called SE Racing back in the 80s. They did a PK
Yes.
pepper. That was their colors.
Hey Gabe, can you quick click the photo of him and Jeremy working a little bit up, second row? Far
Yeah, I
left.
tried to get Jeremy to come on.
Yeah, he's might be working.
Yeah.
He got the busiest day. He likes to
Yeah, that was what they worked on for. How long did you guys put into that?
oh man, it had to have been about 8 hours that day.
Okay, yeah, that was cool to see. That was kind of like a spectacle, you guys had a corner booth, but that was the first piece that I saw of your work,
Yeah.
like in person.
And that's the smoke by Raw, as well as the reds and the purples, the yellow
Oh,
that
okay.
Lauren, you showed you had on your arm. I was like, well, can you give me an example? When you showed, I was like, yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's funny. I got tattooed by Cody Hennings, who's, man, he surprised me. A really fast, really efficient, organized tattooer. I loved the experience. Also,
This is
into, like,
Jeremy's work here.
motocross. Oh yeah, Jeremy.
Yeah, he was on the podcast, him and Jesse Smith, when we were up at Derb's place.
Those colors.
It's funny because Jeremy does not ever really post color.
He
But
never
Yeah.
color Antoine, I'm doing it. I'm like, bro, you better do it.
You're calling in all the colors to happen.
Yeah, I've been in touch with Jeremy quite a bit lately.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he's been helping promote the show up on his end.
Jeremy is really cool because he's always eager and he wants to learn, and he's willing to do like one-on-one opportunities. He really does. But he was in our booth in Chicago last weekend, and he worked on a girl from ankle to hip. It was cool because he had to be there for her, emotionally, to keep her in the game, like to keep her
Is that this
focused. Yeah, that was the girl. But click on the video; that'll show you what the piece looked like.
And that's what I love Jeremy for, man. We're on the phone every morning at the crack of dawn and just, getting each other ready for the day. And that's one thing he always puts in my mind, to just like be the best me and do the best I can, and we really always bounce things off of each other and just at the end of the day, try to make each other better artists, man. And I love him for that because he wants to see everybody win. You know what I mean? He's just like a really good, cool, genuine brother of mine. And I appreciate that guy, man. He's a hard ass. Sometimes I got to remind him to take some time for himself.
Yeah,
with me.
that sums him up super perfectly well.
Yeah, he's driven.
That was about day 3 right there at the top.
Listen, that raw gray wash with that white, that's something else. He kept calling me that weekend and just like, Antoine, this white. I'm like, I see it, man.
It's funny.
Jeremy's the man.
I agree there.
But yeah, other than that, you guys, if we're all going to be at Rubber City Tattoo Invitational, what are some of the things that we can look forward to? Because I'm counting down the days. I'm actually excited for Hell City. I'm excited for Rubber City. 2 things coming up soon.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Hell City. I believe I'm working with Antoine. I know I'm working with Jeremy. I don't know who's all in the booth. It's the 1807 and I guess Wicked Fast. So I'm excited about that.
I'm very excited about that. I've been excited about your show, Tony, just because like I know there's so much experience there as well. You know what I mean? And I've been tattooing a little while, but the guys you have coming, it's like an honor to be at the same show with, as well as yourself, So it's just something I've really been looking forward to because a lot of the guys you got going, as well as yourself, man. I grew up watching tattoo, and just to get to share the same floor with y'all is like, it kind of blows my mind, to be completely honest with you. You know what I mean? So I think that's something I'm looking forward to the most, and it's close to home.
Right.
Right down the street from me, technically. So I'm extremely excited about that, man, and it's an honor for real to be there.
Well, we're excited to have you there, Antoine.
Thanks.
I understand your thoughts about working with people that have time in before you, but I honestly feel like that's what it is. Like, it's time in. That's all I did. I was in the same place. I had a guy named Mike Skyver take me under his wing and take me to Richmond in like 2000, 2001. And I was always told somebody has to die for you to get into Richmond, because it was just so locked up, all the old school, like big names, Guy, Paul Booth, Terrell, you're working next to giants. And he took me there as his guest and I worked in his booth, dude. And I just was like, I can't even work here. Like, I can't, like, how does my work even compare to this? You know?
And that's exactly where I'm at, man. And that's why it's just that much better. Dude, because it's like almost a surreal feeling, man. And because it's something I've worked extremely hard to be at. You know what I'm saying? To not even to get that to that same level, but I'm just saying just to like be around the people that I idolize the most, because like that's where I wanted to put myself, and I moved my feet continuously, you know, very, very hard. And just to see like that work's paying off is really a blessing. You know what I mean?
Well, it's kind of like passing the torch, man. You deserve to be there. You know, everybody deserves to be there. It says invitational, but it's not an invitational. It's an open invitational. Like, people can apply.
Right.
Like, we have to be very careful about certain health regulations, but anybody can apply, man.
Yeah.
But there are some that throughout the years I'm shaking hands, became friends with some big name people in the industry who have a lot of time in, who've taught me a lot of things, and I've experienced a lot of shows. And that's how you meet people, just like you're doing now. Like we all do. We travel. That's how we all met each other, through friends, through conventions, through travel. And this is just me, like, to wind it back a little bit. I've set goals for myself throughout my career. I never thought I would own my own studio. I never thought I would build machines. I never thought I could do a portrait. I never thought I would be on a podcast. I never thought I'd be friends with Gabe. When I first met Gabe, he was one of those guys like, oh my God, I'm so scared to even talk to this guy. And now I call him up and make fun of him. You know?
Yeah, that's funny. I'm a full-on geek.
One thing I realized through this whole thing is we're all the same, man. We just love fucking tattooing and everything about tattooing. And it takes such a grip on you, and it just drives you. Like, so for myself, and I see that in Jeremy, I see that in Antoine, I know that in Gabe, I know that in Lauren, because who the hell drives through from where you live, Wisconsin, to fucking Ohio in a 8-inch, 12-inch snowstorm, you know, broadcast. Gabe, you know, like, we love it. Like, we just do. It's that, dude. I've been doing this 31 years, and I love it more now than I ever have. So to create this, getting back to the convention, to create this environment, to bring everybody that I've met through the years in and introduce them and convey these ideas, that's like one of the big goals for me. Like, you know, that's like my crowning achievement, to just bring everybody that's ever uplifted my career, like this guy here, man. I owe him a lot. He helped me uplift my career, Mike Skyver. But to bring everybody together in like a family. This is about that, just to share ideas, push each other up, and have a good time. That's what it's about. And to celebrate Akron, because Akron's a fucking cool ass city, man. And there's some cool players there, some cool art scenes. There's a lot of good stuff happening. So we thought this would be a really cool place with a really cool theme, especially being, you know, like a lot of us are hot rodders and builders and motorcycle builders, and we like that whole Goodyear industrial artsy vibe, man. I thought it'd be
that hard body vibe, man.
That's it. It's how we do.
That's it. It's that camaraderie that I was, you know, that I love so much about tattooing, man. And like, you get in that atmosphere at a convention, and like, you just come home with that fire under your ass. You know what I mean? To just get better. You know what I'm saying? And continue to meet awesome people. You know, that's another thing I can't wait for, man. I love doing it, and I love traveling and meeting awesome artists and getting to make cool artwork.
Yeah,
And
there's some about the conventions lately that are real fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's you have to kind of go in with the mindset that you're not just going to keep your head down all weekend. I know it's great to do that, and sometimes, you know, people will start to finish, but at least give yourself some time to go around, or, you know, get outside and mingle. Because otherwise, I mean, it only takes like that one cigarette break or that one smoke break where you like turn around and you meet someone you haven't met before, you've looked up to or whatever, but I know that can be kind of hard, especially when you're really focused or if you're trying to win awards or whatever.
Yeah, I agree. Don't be afraid to walk up to somebody and just shake their hand and say, hey, I've been following you. I love your stuff. It's nice to meet you. You know, build it.
You know what my little trick in the book is? I like to think everybody is just as weird as I am, because I'm weird as fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to this dude, but he's probably gonna think I'm fucking weird. So if I just go up, I'm like, you know what? He's probably weird as shit too. Actually, he's really good at tattooing. He's probably the weirdest. So I'm gonna go talk.
I think we all are.
News for you, buddy. We're all weird.
We all got that weird vibe, dude.
Somebody told me once when I was younger to be different is normal.
Yes, it is.
And I found my place. So that's why we're like family, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah.
I did that trick just going up to BJ Betts at Golden State, and it was actually it led to something even greater because he happened to be sitting next to someone I'd known but haven't met in person. So sometimes those little steps and those little like opening of the door actually opens a lot more doors. So
Absolutely.
definitely, especially now, because there's tons of people walking by and not even acknowledging artists anymore. Like I had some people that there were people in the house that hadn't heard of even Philip Liu, or like I could go on and on and on. So when you recognize something and you recognize that greatness, it's actually kind of like your civic duty to say something nowadays to remind the creator that humanity is alive.
No, their hard work didn't go unnoticed either. You know what I
Yep.
think? Like absolutely, letting our predecessors know that you paved the way, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that can go a long way just for them. You know what I mean? Because they're artists in the game and they've been here a long time. But I feel like they deserve to know that what they did, paved the way for me to be where I'm at today. So, that I think that's important.
We do have a whole history of electric tattooing section course happening on Reinventing Now. It's got Jay Brown from Northwest Tattoo Museum's been typing up shit and fucking getting out all the pictures and the patent pictures, and it's pretty cool. It's like a whole course now, and it should be required as soon as as soon as it catches on a little bit. It should be a required reading for any apprentices. It's like full on fucking history class. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
When does that come out, or is it already out there?
It's out now. Yeah, let me. I could
Sure.
Show off how to get to it because it is free. It's also free.
Oh man.
He kind of, Jay said he wanted to do it for free. We'll probably have some other people that are contributing, and I know that it's worth at least 10, 20 bucks. I mean, it's worth more, but I almost put in $9.99, but at the last minute I was like, nah, fuck it. It's history, it's free. So if you go to just reinventingthetattoo.com, you click on free tattoo courses. There's no actual free tattooing courses, but they're all tattoo about. We have the history of electric tattooing right here. And I don't want to log in here. Maybe I wonder if I could get the...
Oh my God, dude.
No, fuck it. I'm not logging in. But you log in, you get that shit for free. It's cool.
Nice.
I don't know if any of you guys are invested in AMC, but holy moly, that shit's taken off.
Yeah.
Anyhow, sorry.
No.
Here, actually, I got this fired up here.
Let me see it.
So boom, we've got this is the first
O'Reilly.
Yeah, the electric bell mechanisms. We've got early tattoo patents. This is Jay's recent edition, but you'll see it's
Oh wow.
Very thorough. He's doing
Jay's
audio.
a very, very thorough writer, and anything he does is thorough, which is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Outdated technology, acetate stencils. We can't go through. We've got
my man.
tattoo archive material here. Paul Rogers Research Center.
I've heard of him.
Paul Rogers.
Talks and seminars. Charlie. Oh, this is another
Charlie
Wagner, another chapter that he put out here. Anyways, this is all just fucking now. Instead of obviously it's in different places, but instead of just being posted up on Facebook to be lost in the social media wash, it's here as a course. It's
honestly, this is stuff that interests anyone aside from tattooers and artists in general. This is definitely seekable information that is awesome to have.
Yeah, it's and it's just growing every day. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
Oh, that is awesome.
Can you click on the Northwest Tattoo Museum as well for anyone who, yeah.
We should get him on the podcast.
Agreed.
For the Machines, Magnetism, and Mayhem. I'll reach out.
He was watching the last one. He was making machines while he was watching the last one.
Oh, right on.
I actually, through Jay Brown, I met Dot and Dana last week in Chicago out of Cincinnati. And our common ground was first the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational postcard, and then it kind of led to, oh, you know, Jay Brown. That's awesome. So do I.
Yeah, Dana has a fantastic collection. Like, he does these posts like every couple of weeks. They're mind blowing. I don't know where these guys find this stuff. I guess again, it's time in. You know, Dana's been doing this since the 70s.
And he knows what to appreciate it, like how to, you know, at least from my impression of him, he knows when something has value and how to treat it ahead of time, right? Like he sees in advance the value of something.
Definitely has a good eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hi, Eddie.
So what do you think the odds of actually getting the Tattoo Machine Olympics to happen for this are?
Well, that's something me and Adam have discussed, actually. Adam's one of a team of 3 machine builders that's working closely on some things, and
Top secret things.
yeah, we discussed a few things, like building a machine that could jackhammer through, was it a piece of wood or a brick? I can't remember.
A brick. I think we should do a brick.
I'm still down with doing the cheese machine too. I'm thinking maybe have a cheese machine competition.
Cheese machine.
A cheese machine.
You don't remember talking about the cheese machine? Last episode on the podcast.
I might.
So there's a machine builder named Ernie Della Peruto. And we were talking one day, and I had this idea of finding the hardest piece of cheese in the world, milling it out. I've actually been doing research since the conversation. And milling it out, since it's non-ferrous material, all you have to do is yoke it, and you can make a tattoo machine out of it. So, Adam, you don't remember this? We said we're going to build this thing, run it, and then have a spaghetti dinner for the artists, and then fucking grind it up onto the. You don't remember?
We'll just build a rotary with a little cheese grater on it.
Yeah, right.
Cheese grater wheel.
You just go up and down too on another one. Just go.
We're reinventing on a whole new level right now.
What's that?
Said reinventing on a whole new level right now.
That's how we
We
think.
got to do the tattoo machine races though, for sure.
Yeah. That was Gabe's initial idea, setting up.
Well, I saw that. I saw it somewhere. You know where? I mean, and it was fucking perfect, right? It was like, you know, all the tattooers threw down their money, you know, on the other end of the line, so the machines were racing towards the money.
We'd have to build a board, but yeah, we could have the race, and we could have 2 different classes. We can have a rotary class, and we can have a coil class.
I have
whoever wins each
Hot
class
Wheels
can
track.
go, vibrating down the hill. So Akron's the home of the Derby racers, so that's kind of
no shit.
Apropos for the situation.
Really? Like the little Derby cars?
Yeah. Actually,
I mean, it's the
Rubber
home
City,
of it. What does that even mean? It's like, isn't that like a Boy Scout thing?
they invented it there.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Perfect. Yeah.
We actually, Rubber City, we own. I drove up to Canton and I bought a Derby racer. We're going to wrap it in the Rubber City logo and stuff.
Yes, front.
Yeah. Oh, wait till you see the step and repeat, dude. You guys are going to die. I can't tell anybody what we're doing. You just have to be there to see it. But I know next year, people are just going to flock to it. It's insane. It's the funniest thing ever. Kind of has something to do with that aspect of the racing. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be good times.
I would love to advise coil racing instead of dice at conventions. I think that wouldn't beat them.
Yes.
Just
What's
walk
that?
by.
We should do a long-term test. A couple guys could hook machines up and let them run for the full 3 days to see which burns up first.
The
See
electric.
if we can get any fires.
Yes. Can you make it through, you know, or the bender, weekend bender?
Yeah.
Survivor.
We could put a flint and a stone on it and see if it'll start fires.
There could be, maybe not this, people would need more time to prepare, but you could have like a creative use for tattoo machine category.
Yeah.
Creative use.
Like adapt, you know, you put like a little, like what other things could you do with the machines, right? Like
how they put the pens on them now and they're like drawing with the tattoo
yeah,
machine.
yeah, but you know, but something mechanical, you know, maybe.
Like Adam does
like a brick chisel.
You know, like if you have a little screw, like a little plastic flexible like screw at the end, you could actually have like a, instead of using Q-tips, you could use your tattoo machine to clean out your ears on a spiral.
Just rip my whole eardrum out.
A back scratcher.
Just make a bunch of attachments for the death rotor. It'll be good.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that
Well,
thing.
oh, because those are your machines, right? Let's look at those.
Look at this death rotor, dude. We could put a chisel on the end of it and scrape paint. We could have like an old board or an old door, and you have like a section you gotta beat someone to.
But you know, like
remove
the,
that
the
We could be
pneumatic,
mixed-
like the pneumatic air chisels. Those
yeah.
attachments we can put in the death rotor and use that for the competition.
Oh, blood money. I see the blood money.
Got the blood money. All kinds of stuff. I'm gonna bring a bunch of them Zeiss machines too, I think.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
Yeah, I was inspired by somebody I know.
I was
Never even saw that raw photo,
inspired by
Which
Zeiss.
one?
the one that you posted.
Well, I know because you don't pay attention.
Oh, I-
man. Oh.
I try. You know, it's funny. It's funny how social media works, and that happens sometimes.
You scratch my back. I don't.
I got a
scratch
few. I got a few raw ones on there.
I'm kidding.
I'm slowly making the switch.
How
That's
about
cool.
Jeremy Brown with the flip-a-do? He started a whole trend.
I had to do one the other day. I'm like, oh man.
I saw that.
We're gonna have a flip a flop or something where I'll try it, or whoever tries it, it's gonna go
And
all
just
over.
Oh, I
listen
got a lot
out.
about. What's
I
that?
put paper towels down. I was like, man, if I drop this, it's gonna be a bad day. I had 5 takes on that video.
We should send Lauren all the outtakes, the fuck ups. I have a
Yeah.
ton.
That would
Yeah, or next time we're at Rubber City, I'll try to hit the ceiling or something and catch it.
Right. All right,
The
set,
A
ceilings are
real
like-
flip-a-do challenge.
Yeah, that's the serious because that's an 80-foot ceiling.
Oh shit.
That's in the convention center.
I
Yeah,
believe
speaking of the convention center, so when we first spoke, you mentioned like vendor row and having these different things. So what's the layout like for that you're looking at?
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
we actually
That's so cool.
we sold out fast the first run of booths, and I have so much traction on it that we ended up adding a few more booths. But the layout is this: that convention center has 2 main ballrooms. We had initially reserved the one main ballroom. We were going to keep it a super duper small show, but we just got so much traction on it with the Canton, Akron, Cleveland crews that we couldn't restrict them out of it, you know, because we sold out so fast. Like in 2019, going into this, we only had like 12 booths left when we reopened it in 2022, and those went in like 2 weeks. So when we sold out, we're like, yeah, there's about 13 studios in Akron, Canton area that still want in. So what are we going to do? So we opened it up. We took the second ballroom, and we're not adding a ton. Like we have room to add a lot of booths, but I don't want to overdo it. So that's going to be, if my projections are correct, it'll be 129 artist booths, but you subtract 11 vendor booths. And those are the big companies like Raw. There's another jewelry company. Blood Money Irons took 6 booths. So, you know, so there's like, I can't do my math in my head right now, but it's like 115 artist booths. a lot of single players. And then when you come into the convention, you come up the escalator, make a right. There's a thing called the Devil Strip, and that's all for local. And well, there's people coming from different parts too, but it's like arts and crafts. Like we have an antique company coming up. We have t-shirt companies. We have henna, like a girl doing henna. We have another company doing t-shirts, and or Dave Nestler's coming up.
Oh, I haven't heard of him in a while.
He just got through some cancer, no?
Yeah, he's doing great though, man.
Awesome.
I just saw him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
that's cool.
He's a good friend. I've known him for several years. Amazing. I mean, amazing artist.
Yeah, let me fire up. We'll get kicked off of one of the social medias.
I remember meeting him at a convention once, like maybe he was across from us or something like that, but years ago.
Yeah, so most of the people out in the hallway, we're going to keep that to like, the retail vendor space, and inside will be like, the more of the supply end, or machines.
Is it going to be nice and loud in there?
Better be.
Yeah, it's going to be loud as hell. I mean, since we opened up this second ballroom, we're trying to restructure where our stage is going to be. Obviously, I'd like bands. Like
I'm actually talking about the machines. So,
Oh, coil machines?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm a coil guy. Like we talked about having a coil row and a rotary row just for contrast.
Right?
But there's a lot of coil players that are there. Like even guys who use rotaries. Like I use a rotary myself for black and gray work, shading. But I line with a coil and I pack with a coil. So and there's a lot of people that have that same sort of mindset. So I think we'll be loud. And if not, we got death metal. We could be loud.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm a big fan of grindcore, so it's interesting.
Where are they?
So yeah, we're gonna have the main stage in the main ballrooms for like awards, and we have a pinup contest. And we have a bunch of other stuff too. Like I don't have the list in front of me. My partner's doing a lot of local back end Akron stuff. She's from there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Locust and Ash is going to be there. Trying to think what else offhand. Oh, we're going to have a kids area. We're going to have temporary tattoos. We're going to have balloon animals. We're going to have all that stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, we talked about doing bands, but I don't like, I've done so many shows where they have bands on the floor. It's just so agitating. I can't deal with that.
I'm not sure I've ever heard a single tattooer say to me, what was so fucking awesome about that show? They put me right across from the stage and they blasted music right at me that I didn't care about.
I know who would say that. Actually, I was talking to Paul Talbot. He's over in London area, and he's like, your American shows, you haven't experienced, someone could come by and like hit you in the face and you're still going to tattoo. Like he talks really highly about like the music and the loud European experience, and kind of like they kind of, almost laugh at the American experience where it's quiet and presentable and well, not quiet, but.
So I started tattooing in 1989, 1990, right? My first convention.
That's why you're so good. You should be as good as you are after this many years.
My first convention experience was 91 in Pittsburgh at Crazy Ace's show. And you walk in and everybody has a boombox, right? And I was freaked the fuck out. It's all coils blasting. It's all 35 different types of music blasting. Fast forward to the late 90s, every convention you go to, everybody had to have a bigger stereo, social distortion, blast like fuck, all coils. Fast forward to the mid 2000s, crickets. It's a wild transition. So I understand that the chaos. I can work in straight chaos, street shops, death metal blasting, people hovering over me. With that, I love that energy, that feeling. Some people can't, and I respect that. Therefore, we're trying to keep it like balanced,
Like a mullet, party in the front, or business in the front, party in the rear.
Yeah.
Hey, and they're coming
So-
back.
In Pittsburgh, we were in the back room. We were in the most quietest part of the whole show. There wasn't a peep. There was nothing. Like you walk in and it was just like, I don't know, you were at a toy train show or something. It was just quiet. I'm like,
Toy train shows are pretty cool, man. There's trains going around. There's kids running around with
but
energy
this,
and stuff.
there was no kids in trains. This was just like tables.
Quiet
Okay.
and weird.
Everybody's
No
heads down, they
justification.
got their headphones on. I bring in my Bose system. I'm just like death metal. It was like, yeah, bringing it back. Sorry, I'm old, I guess. I don't know. But I like that contrast. Like I want to keep it balanced for like guys like me that are in between. Guys like Dana, you know, who I don't know, Skyver, he doesn't like all that chaos, but they like their little space. We like our little space. And then the new school guys like their little space. So I want to separate but mix at the same time. You know, and that's going to be a hard thing to do, but I just hope everybody understands.
We do have a question in, for the chat room. What show are you talking about planning? So I'm going to fire it up, and you want to give anybody that's just joining in the pitch there, Tony?
Lauren, you want to pitch it?
I'll pitch it. Happening July 29th to 31st in Akron, Ohio is a Rubber City Tattoo Invitational, which is a different type of event that was supposed to actually happen in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So Tony's got a whole list of everybody on the Rubber City Tattoo Invitational Instagram, and their website is up there too. I'll be going with Raw Pigments, and I know a few other vendors that will be going, but really like anticipating a cool, awesome, well put together event, you know, whereas like you're actually taking thought into who's attending on every level. It's pretty cool. All of us on the call will be going, so
So you can
Really
see
looking
us
forward to that.
live.
yep.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah, Gabe will be there doing live
Yeah,
podcast.
we'll be doing podcasts. You can hop on the
Yep.
show.
Yep.
Yeah, Lauren, are you gonna do one? I think I'll be doing one.
Yeah, I usually do something like that if possible. Maybe we can bump the Tattoo Weekly up to that Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these
definitely.
clothing people, man, their stuff is phenomenal. I'm so glad they're on board. I love their stuff. I met them at the meeting of the Mark show this year. Super cool, man.
Those guys are super cool. They were across from me in Philly. We hung out all weekend.
Dude, I got the
I was gonna
coolest
say it looks like I
blanket.
recognize some of their stuff.
Yeah, their
Yeah,
stuff's rad.
It's very vibrant, hardcore contrast, old school. I dig
Mm.
it.
And it's very, very limited too. They only do about 100 of each design, I guess.
Oh,
Okay.
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. So like the clothes are like limited edition clothes?
Yeah, you'll never get the same thing twice from them usually.
Their stuff's sick, dude. I dig it.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
awesome.
I spent a lot of money with them in Philly.
That shirt would look extremely good on me. I'll rock a crop top. I'm not.
Hey, you do you, baby. I'll buy you one.
Those are cool.
You should talk to Self-Care, Antoine, about doing some of your art with them.
That would be awesome.
You should.
Super cool.
Their booths are always so colorful and just big and well put together too, man.
Yeah, I'm stoked to have them there. They have a double in the vendors row. So we're gonna build them a giant horseshoe so they could just pack it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Hips. This guy here is a beast, man. I don't know if you guys know Hip from Mile 9. Everybody there,
Yeah.
everybody in that studio is sick.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy when people get good convention photos.
Yeah,
Wow, that's nice.
Right.
yeah, his work is fantastic.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's over the top, man.
we got some hardcore artists lined up, like neo-trad, new school, old school, bio, you name it. We have a plethora. In a
Trash
variety.
polka?
Trash polka?
No, we don't. I don't really know anybody's doing trash polka. We have people
I'm fucking
are-
around.
are doing tabori, like tapping.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Wu Jin, hopefully. I've been talking with him, trying to nail him down.
That's cool.
Actually, I have a trash polka tattoo to do April 4th. And I'm really excited about it.
Oh,
Awesome.
you'd be our trash polka guy then.
I'm not a trash polka guy.
Sending you all the tribal.
And I saw someone redo a tribal tattoo the other day that I actually became impressed with it. It was like, I forget if it was white on black or something, but it was like a new era of like that era, recognizing maybe their, ink was like fading or whatever it was. And then they're back now. So it's pretty cool.
And that's what I try to bring into this tattoo. She sent it, and it kind of looked modernized. It was like, reference she sent me was a woman kind of in distress with her hand around her throat with like the black typewriter lettering on her hands, and then it had like a red handprint on her face. So it was like a really interesting reference. I was like really excited about it actually, because it didn't really have that trash polka vibe to it, you know what I'm saying? But it had all of the elements. So it wasn't like super, as soon as you look at it, it's like, oh, I know what style that is. It was more black and gray realism with that touch of trash polka. So I'm excited to do it, man. And I like seeing that type of work, to be honest, because that breeds for a lot of creativity, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? Like all the elements have to be placed properly in order for that, that design to make sense.
Yeah, otherwise it just looks like shit. Like literally.
Or exactly. So it's like a challenge for sure.
Okay, so you have trash polka covered. How about art brute? Sorry, I'm digging here.
I can't think of anybody else. No. I'd like to lean. I want to lean more towards biomechanical atomic art.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
MCM Biomech. 60s Biomech.
One of the guys on Drunk Critique is getting a sleeve from Marco Vasquez, Marco from Chicago. Fucking jealous. It's too bad we don't have more skin to tattoo.
That's where laser removal comes in handy.
I've already kind of lasered off everything that sucks. So there's nothing more for me to laser. Unless I want to laser my kid or my dog, and I'm not going to laser either of them. I mean, not them, the tattoos of them on me.
I hope not them.
That's right.
It'd be fun to just laser them for fun.
Just for fun.
Get back here. Some of my daughter's enemies I'd like to laser, but whatever.
Had someone come up to me, and I think I talked about this before, and at a convention, who was the laser guy they had there, and he had nothing to do. So he started giving out free laser. And I'm sure he made a lot of money in tips, but it was like doop, 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 and done. And my whole arm is completely thankful now, like half my arm.
Nice.
Oh man, I had Jack Morton do my first laser, and then because Guy was involved with it. And do I even have something big enough? But he told me very specifically, do not pop the blisters. Okay, don't pop the blisters. And this is a big ass tattoo from basically from my knee, maybe a couple inches below my knee, down to my ankle, and it was like a double cover up, done by professionals. And so the first time he fucking lasers it, this is, I don't know, 10 years ago, maybe longer, maybe like 12 years ago. He just lasers the fuck pop, 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 pop. And it's like the whole outside of my leg. And I wake up the next morning. Oh, actually, this is about right. And can you even see this? I have this blister on my leg that is the size of a beer bottle. It's like that. It is literally that fucking big. It was like fucking 22 ounces of fucking blister juice hanging off of my leg. And I'm like, there is no way. We're like, it was contained in the blister. But it was just big. It was like, I swear, if it wasn't 22 ounces, it was 18, if you think I'm exaggerating, but it was no less than 18 ounces. And I was like, of course he wants me to pop this. Like, there's no way you're supposed to have blisters that are this big. And then I find them. And my roommate, Dana Helmuth, was my roommate at the time, and at the hotel. And he's like, "What the fuck is going on there, dude?" I'm like, "No, it's cool, dude. It's cool." He said not to pop it. So it's all good. I'm trying to completely pass it off as normal. And I go and I showed it to Jack, and he's like, "That was a very effective treatment. Don't touch it." I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, okay." And so it took about 4 weeks for the whole thing to eventually seep out. I guess the blister juice mostly, I didn't pop it, so and it went away. But after a while, when you have this much extra skin, as the fluid drains out, it becomes floppy. Skin.
Floppy skin, yeah, I got a tack on your leg.
Yeah, at one point, the floppy skin went from my ankle to my knee. So when I only had say 6 ounces of fluid inside of this area underneath my skin that used to contain 22 ounces. When I would lie down, the blister juice that was on my ankle would run all the way up my leg, my lower leg. I could feel it tingling on the growing skin on the inside, all the way up
And
to
for
my knee.
everybody that was thinking about getting laser removal.
Make
Well,
smarter choices.
Come to
Yeah.
find out, you're not actually supposed to laser like that. Maybe Jack, I don't think he could take offense if I called him a little bit of a cowboy. You know, he does things his way. I don't think any normal laser person, and I'm calling him abnormal because he's not normal. I'm not, whatever. Point is, not everybody lasers like Jack. And I don't even know if Jack lasers like that anymore. I have no idea. All I know is that it was fucking crazy. My wife stuck with me. So after that, I don't, you know.
Should have just got a juice box straw and ended that whole thing.
Yeah,
dude.
that's really
Well, you know, it was by far the actual most effective laser treatment that I've ever
Look at
had.
that face.
Squirted at people.
You know, after all that, that's when a guy was like, so you want me to tattoo your leg? And I was like, fuck no, dude. And so I lasered my elbow to my knuckles. I'm like, I'm not gonna have you, I mean, I would happily have him tattoo my leg, but I was like, no, I'll laser my arm and fucking have you tattoo my arm. So then I lasered my elbow to my knuckles like 5 or 6 times. And
Oh,
then
man.
got that covered up. But the point is, I have pretty much all my tattoos I want lasered. And it is
That shit
amazing though.
hurts.
How do
I
you
heard it
compare,
hurts.
like, and this is a standard question. How do you compare the pain to a tattoo? Like, is it comparable or is it just completely different? Or is it just a straight burning like someone
It's
hit
like a
you?
burning. I mean, it's
Cigarette
basically like
butt.
you're burning, you know, a little, like a little dot at a time.
I'd say it's like if you happen to be near, you know, bacon grease, it's like consistent bacon grease
Oh, that's
hitting
fun.
you.
that is fun.
But
Yeah.
the thing with it is I think that you
Yeah,
have a
for like
different
3
mindset.
pieces.
Like you have a different mindset with and you know it's going to be a temporary like thing. With a tattoo, you know that you're looking at possibly a substantial amount of time, whereas for
Yeah.
this it was like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, maybe less, and it was like done.
Pretty quick
'Cause
process.
it's more intense.
People do go for
Yeah.
a lot longer. Like I saw Robert Foe go for, I think he said 90 minutes if I'm not mistaken, on his back. He went for a really long time. Yeah,
Oh boy.
maybe it was 30. I could be totally wrong, but
Yeah,
for
I've done
anyone
like
that
30-minute sessions or like up to 30 minutes, but you can cover a lot of ground because it's like
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop. I mean, it's basically up to the, I mean, it's not up to the mechanics of it. It's up to like the people, right? Like they could, you know, just, you know.
Like consistency with almost, you know, a tattoo, you know, running a line, their consistency of moving the laser across the skin.
Pop, 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 pop.
You just like machine
I mean,
gun
it feels like it's burning out the ink from the inside.
No, thank you.
But you know, you can fix that mistake. You know, every time I was hurting, I'd be like, "Well, see, mom, can fix these fucking shitty."
See, mom, yeah, told you, mom.
All I have to do is burn it out from the inside and deal with the healing process.
That defeats the whole purpose of a tattoo, though.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. like-
Forever.
Yeah, you know, but I still think about the shitty tattoos that are underneath the good tattoos. You know, like my old, you know. But I don't know. I'm kind of I'm attached to the fact that tattoos will affect us for the long run, but I'm not necessarily bought into the fact that we can't fix our old mistakes. You know, I definitely appreciate the fact that it's very difficult to, but I mean, and I don't know. I got to say, mostly like right. So my arm was full of you know, angels, right? You know, fucking shit. I had to get out of Catholic school. I got out, you know, on me, and then I had to burn it off of me to get it fucking out of me. And, you know, I would much rather look at a Guy Aitchison arm sleeve here than a bunch of angels I thought was cool when I was fucking 22,
That's very
25.
Yeah, that is fair. People change.
Yeah. I mean, but I do like it. Like I said, I mean, there's something pure about the fact that, like, you know, to keep your collection from start to finish. Like, I'm definitely all for that too.
Right.
I'm just giving you shit. I don't.
You can give me all the shit you want to, man. I already lasered it off and covered it up. It's too
It's
late
hap-
now.
Laser that off too.
Okay, we are at 12:01. So is it a good time to maybe give one more round of who everybody is, how to find you, and then blast the tattoo convention and get on with the Mondays. I'm going to go try not to puke. It was a late night for drunk critique last night.
I'm in square number 1, so I'll start. I am Tony Urbanek. You can reach me at Tony Urbanek on Instagram, at Tony Urbanek at Comcast.net. Rubber City Tattoo Invitational on socials. We have a website. Yeah. The Rubber City Tattoo Invitational will be July 29th through 31st in Akron, Ohio at the John S. Knight Convention Center. We're going to have a lot of good stuff happening there. A lot of really fantastic artists. The artists there's going to be a bunch of stuff for the artists too, like surprises. I'm not going to, it's all going to be a surprise, so I can't tell you. It's family friendly. We're going to have music. We've talked about adding like a bike show on Sunday, just a small thing for guys who build custom motorcycles. Yeah, there'll be a lot of really cool vendors. Gabe will be there. Lauren will be there with raw pigments.
I was included with the cool vendors. Now you're implying that we're not cool.
You're cool. You're the coolest vendor. No, Gabe will be there doing a podcast, representing TattooNow, doing lectures and seminars, and
I got to get that scheduled to you.
Hosting Reinventing the Tattoo stuff, maybe beaming some big name peoples in if we can get some more on board. Lauren will be in the house doing podcasts and representing Raw. Antoine will be busting out some killer stuff, representing Wicked Fast, and Jeremy Brown will be there with him. Adam Hoover from Junk Machine Companies building a couple really cool things. I'm not going to say what they are. He'll be there tattooing and selling his machines. Rich Helton will be there selling his machines. He's from Canton, Ohio, repping. We have a lot of good sponsors, a lot of great events, competitions, giveaways galore. And I do have booths available. It's a process, but I do have booths available. And you can reach the convention through the website, which is www.rubbercitytattooinvitational.com, or you can DM me through the Instagram, same thing, rubbercitytattooinvitational.com. Many outlets to get in touch with me. And I run a studio called Inkadoo Tattoo. You can also call there and I can get you on the list. But as for me, I'll be there. I like it. Thanks for having me on, guys. I appreciate you, Lauren, Antoine, Adam, Gabe. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you all.
For the past few years, especially bringing me into reinventing. I really appreciate you and Guy for pulling me in and doing machine stuff. And yeah, thank you.
It's fucking crazy to watch. It's fun to watch. Man, I have to say that 8 hour in there, and Tony also has an 8 hour how to build a tattoo machine with hand tools seminar. And if you are apprenticing or having an apprentice, whatever the fuck, if you're getting into this, it's an amazing thing to go through. And
I wonder if we could have a room on the side, like if you bring your apprentice to have them, like you'll start, on Saturday morning tattooing or doing whatever, and have your apprentice instead in that room build the machine.
Adam can run that one. I'm going to have my hands full. I can't do it.
I'm always up for that.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Oh, another thing I forgot to add too, and I was talking to Rich Helton from Blood Money Irons. He is going to be doing a 3-hour seminar. We haven't nailed down the complete details yet, but I wanted to just put that out there for him so people can get a heads up. From my understanding, there might be 2. One will be, he'll be doing a lecture that comes with a book, and you'll be doing an assembly of a complete tattoo machine from scratch. And he'll sit down and guide you through the whole process. And the other one will be several builders working with you. Like we'll pull Adam in, we'll pull myself in maybe for an hour, and we'll all sit down and work with you. So it's something we're trying to refine right now, but Rich he'll definitely be doing his own. I will not be, I'll be too busy. I'm gonna have my hands full. I'd like to, but I can't. But okay, sorry. Interject that in there.
Adam,
Awesome.
Where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Junk Machine Co. or get a hold of me on Facebook just at Adam Hoover. And I'll be at the show also and making noise and making a mess probably. I don't take appointments for shows, so just walk up, say hey, and I can blast something on you if you want to.
Also, and you bring some of your crazy machines too, I imagine?
I'm going to bring a whole bunch of stupid, crazy machines. Yep, for sure.
Awesome.
Antoine.
Hey, I'm Antoine Davis. You can find me on Instagram at @davis tattoos, or you can head over to my website at adavistattoo.com and shout out Rubber City Invitational. I'm extremely excited to be attending. Hope everybody, comes and rocks out with us, man. Shout out Reinventing the Tattoo, Raw Pigments, Wicked Fast. You guys are awesome, man. Thanks for having me on. It's been a pleasure and an honor to talk with you guys all morning. So thanks so much.
I agree.
Thanks everybody. Let's see some quick thanks. Let's see. Thank you, Samson in the chat room, Emerson in the chat room, Jeremy. Thank you in the chat room. Oh shit, we've got a last minute question here. Did you lose the experience by laser removal? In other words, did your skin go back to normal or is it jacked? So just real quick, from personal experience, yeah, after like 7 or 8 times of lasering, heavily saturated skin, your skin could potentially lose some of its consistency. I mean, in fact, a guy was like, stop lasering your arm. At this point, you're, not doing any more good, only compromising, the skin. But that said, I lasered it 6 to 7 times, 5 to 7 times, depending on what spot. And then when he tattooed over it, you could feel the, a little bit of a different consistency. But then he just tattooed it again. So that, it wasn't super hindering, but it was definitely something, to note. Anyways, more on lasering if you want. You can reach me at tattoonow.com. There's a contact form or whatever. Thanks everybody.
Right.
Thank you everybody. This is amazing to be part of, and obviously I couldn't be doing techie stuff for people if there weren't people that were awesome to do techie stuff for.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, tune in next week for episode number 27 and have a great Monday.
Awesome. Cheers.